Hey everybody, welcome to Hey We're Talking, the show that puts you in the driver's seat. Never.
That was a little long.
Derek's already given me the faces.
What? No.
That is the one thing that my wife actually said that she noticed. She said, I like listening to the show. I don't like watching it on YouTube so much because Derek sometimes just makes these, like, sometimes she's like, I can tell when they're not engaged with you when you're talking, like they go off into some other place.
And she doesn't like that, so that's a criticism. Is that a criticism to me or to you guys?
I don't know.
Maybe your content sucks, Scott. And Derek, and maybe you just.
She said he does it when you
distracted.
talk too, so it's okay.
Maybe I don't think it's the fact that he just stares away and is disinterested.
It's the faces.
I think he's just intently listening.
Yeah.
To what
Yeah.
we're saying.
Well, listen, here's the thing. This is a podcast. It's technically, we only do this on YouTube. In fact, Bob, I don't know if you saw this the other day, but Bryce Parker got upset with you because you said he's not part of the target audience. I don't remember exactly what you said, but he was like, oh, okay, my feelings are hurt. Apparently, I'm not the target audience.
Oh, that's probably because I said that my main focus of this is for the podcast purposes, not necessarily YouTube, which you just repeated.
Yes.
And so that's probably what he said.
Well, here's the thing. It's like we did it on YouTube. Like, we don't do anything exciting on the video. I mean, we're not like sitting here like popping our tops or anything. I mean, we have beers. Yeah, Derek's showing his beer. But that's it. I mean, it's not like there's some amazing thing that's happening on the YouTube channel.
I was gonna clink glasses with Bob again.
He wasn't paying attention.
That's what we do.
I was thinking about that now. That's all. I was just thinking about what Bryce said.
Hey, Bryce. Look, I love YouTube, and even if Scott's wife, Cheryl, hey Cheryl,
don't say anything you're gonna regret, because she's a listener now.
Or a viewer.
She likes listening better, she said. That's what I'm getting to.
Because of my face, my resting something face.
My wife owns that face. Like, if you look it up, that's her face. There's so many times where I got to go, hey, RBF, relax. Because she's just sitting there so upset about nothing.
So here's the thing, though, Derek. She wasn't just saying your face. She was just saying it's distracting. If you're trying to watch it, like, there's nothing that's really happening, and a lot of times people's faces are just kind of like, it's not like it's not, if you were on a TV show, you'd have to be like, hey, oh, that's great, so like YouTube, we're not super interactive with the cameras, is what she's saying. It's more enjoyable. She said when she listens on the podcast, it feels like she's just in the room with the conversation going on, which you should love. That's your whole thing. You're always like, hey, let's just turn the microphones on and record it, and they'll just get to hear our conversation. So that should make you feel very proud that she feels like that when she just listens to it while she's working. She's doing it while she's at work. She's listening to these, and she likes that feeling of like she's sitting there listening to us have a conversation.
Yes, that makes me feel proud. But, I did notice that very backhanded compliment because it's a very referential thing that you just said to me that maybe not everybody's going to get. But, I got it, Scott.
What are you talking about? What did I do that was backhanded? I was being real. Go ahead. What did I say? Seriously, let's flesh it out.
For a minute, guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Derek, what did I do? What did I do?
It was a joke, but I know you were just kind of being fun with it too. But yeah, guys, Scott, I've had ideas for how we should format and do the show, and he referenced some of the things that I said, just for fun. And
I meant it. That's true. That is exactly what you wanted it to feel like for people, and she literally used your words.
I got you. Just like maybe my face may betray what I may or may not be thinking, your tone of voice is just naturally, you have resting sarcasm voice, all right?
I was not being sarcastic.
Okay.
I was literally
I get that. I get that, but you have resting sarcastic voice. So whether or not you're being sarcastic, Scott, we're there. It feels like we're there.
Yep. No matter what I do, I'm always sarcastic.
It sounds like you're sarcastic. It just, even though you're being genuine.
Oh, by the way, hold on. I got to tell you this. Since he's a good friend of yours, have you noticed that Boontar just likes to start shit no matter where?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
good.
That is
He put a comment on our
hobby.
YouTube channel, and he was like, hey, nobody ever answers the comments on here. And I took great offense to it because I was like, I literally try to make sure that I answer those comments. So I was like, it for some reason, he must know exactly how to get me, because that one, I was just like, son of a bitch, I answer those comments almost always.
And that's the reason we won't be on country radio right there, Scott. You swearing like that.
Because I said son of a bitch?
Yeah, don't offend the farmers, Scott. Anyway, Boonter Jones is a big fan of the show, and he's working his way backwards through the catalog.
He's going backwards.
Yeah.
Cheryl started at the beginning and went towards us, like to the present.
She might regret it.
No, she
no.
didn't even think. Oh, that's what I just burped. She said she hates when I burp on the show, but
I just commented on Bryce's thing.
I know it popped up on my thing, and see, now I have to go answer the comment. It literally shows up on my Apple Watch that you talked on there.
Oh,
okay,
fancy.
You're really committed to the show.
Yeah, exactly.
I am committed to the show.
Scott, it's showing up on your Apple Watch. I'll check the Facebook. I'll check the YouTube page like every other day.
Yeah. So here's what I was going to say. Listen. So she actually said that the first couple episodes were good, and I was like, oh
What?
man,
I
those were a
didn't like
train
them.
wreck.
I don't think we liked them, but that's
Yeah.
okay.
Whatever. So there you go.
This
All
is
right.
episode. What is this? Episode 78.
Yeah, man. We need to do something for episode 100. What should we do?
I don't
You
know.
guys should all fly to Chicago and do it together.
I think you should all fly to South Carolina.
Eh,
and
it
do
doesn't
it
sound
here.
fun.
I have all the equipment. Boom. Can't do it anywhere else. I'm
Nope.
not flying all this stuff to
Yeah,
Chicago.
don't come here. Yeah, everyone's like, you should come here. You should come here. I'm like, don't come here. You don't need to.
I do want to come see your house someday.
My house would love to have you.
Okay, good.
We would love to have you both.
Get you,
All
you
right.
guys
Maybe
on
not
the-
at the same time, but
Oh, wow. Not at the same
That's-
time. Jeez.
you come to my house and you get. Look, if you look over here, that is a blow-up mattress.
That's
We really-
I'm popping.
This is where you would stay. The studio, the Derek Tant recording studio, also happens to double as the guest room.
and
There's
your
like
niece's
a-
pictures in the background.
Yeah.
And my niece's picture.
And
Hey,
there's like a little cup on the table right now. I'm fascinated to know what that is.
That's a
That-
cup.
That is from a beer brewery. Beer. I was like,
A
it's
beer
a beer.
brewery.
It's a beer brewing company. No, it's a brewery. It's a plastic cup from Big Bend Brewing,
Okay.
Alpine, Texas. Excellent beer. Wonderful.
It's the best.
If you guys
See,
want
that's
to
why
sponsor
if
the
you're
show,
watching,
contact Derek Tant, and we will do so.
yeah, we'll take some of that beer. But see, if you're watching on YouTube, you get to see the Donald Trump hands. There you go.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
And the metal tree. I don't know what that is.
is that like? I always think it's a Christmas tree, and I go, "Hey, Christmas was a long time ago."
Yeah, to me, it's like a jacked up solar system.
It's like a jewelry tree. It's made out of iron, and it's like an art project that my wife did. She took all these
Oh, that's
took
wonderful.
all these balls. She took all these balls and
Balls.
and decoupaged them and stuff
Interesting.
and hung them on there. It's really.
Say nice things about it in
I
case
like
you
it.
listen.
No, I like it.
Okay.
My wife can do no wrong. She's
I have
awesome.
a bonsai tree right there.
I see. Yeah, I see that.
So I need to move it because it's always behind my head, and there's just a candle right there.
Is that a candle?
That's a candle.
Okay.
What
It's
flavor is it?
Yeah. What flavor candle is that? Let's see. Warm tobacco pipe. Nice.
Yeah,
So
isn't that
you
awesome?
smoke a tobacco pipe in the room, and you can light a candle, and it smells like warm tobacco.
Right.
Wow. Hey, by the way, just a little aside here. Don't know if he's going to burn his fingers off. Do you see that? Just so you know, Derek has over 3,000 views. 3,000 views of his pipe tobacco tips.
Wow.
3,000. I watched the whole. It took me a while.
It was.
I'm not gonna lie. It's like 12 minutes long, I think.
Probably.
And it took me, because of a lot of interruptions, I watched it on my Apple TV, and it took me probably a good 45 minutes to an hour to get through the whole thing, just because I had a lot of interruptions.
I'll be honest, I didn't even know it was there. Sorry, Derek.
You need to go watch it. I was view number 3028. So you need to be. I'm sure by now it's eclipsed the 10,000 mark.
Oh, let's look it up.
You know, look it up, Bob. Let's see. All I'm saying is, this guy that we have on this show, Derek Tant, he has got the Midas touch.
He does. Anything.
Not
he
with this
touches
show,
turns to
but with
oil.
anything else that he does.
Nothing we could do on this show gets any kind of views or listens to. Nah.
No, that's not true though.
We have to, guys. We got to cultivate a listenership.
Oh, I agree.
We got to establish ourselves as quality entertainment, and the listeners and the viewers will come. And those of you who are listening already, we do thank you.
Hey,
Your
by the way,
is appreciated.
Go ahead, Bob. You're going to tell us how many. How many?
I'm viewer 3,134.
Wow.
84
and I just watched
thumbs
it yesterday.
ups.
Yeah, how many thumbs down?
4.
4? You 4 people are jerks.
That's stupid. Why would you even?
What an idiot.
I don't know.
Anyway, yeah. So what I was going to say is, every person that we have made contact with, or that we know who has tried out listening to this show, has all come back and said that they enjoy it. So that always makes me happy. Danny Black, as a matter of fact, is touring all over the country right now in the United States. He's here on holiday, sort of, for 2 months.
I love how they say that.
Australia.
That they're on holiday.
Well, he's working, though, so it's not really... I mean, he's doing fun stuff,
Dude,
too,
he's
but...
living the freaking dream.
Did you see that hotel he stayed in New Orleans with that guy?
That was
with
awesome.
Vegan Bros or something like that. The guy has a thing called Vegan Bros. I don't understand what it is. I looked it up, and I was just kind of like, okay, well, I don't know him yet. Maybe Danny can introduce us to us someday, but he's I think he's on his way up to the East Coast kind of area now. But he was literally, he drove through my town almost and didn't even know it. So I didn't know when he was going to be here. He said, he gave me a vague kind of like time frame, and we didn't hook up. But he's been listening to the show as he drives, because he's driving so he started out in Salt Lake City, and now he's all the way over here on the East Coast.
He's gone all over the place so far.
I know,
It's
dude.
Absolutely
crazy.
A lot of miles.
And speaking of Danny Black, the video that you guys were referencing on my channel, it was I did a 2-video series. One was how to smoke a pipe, and then 5 tips for pipe smokers. I did that for Danny, and I don't even think he's seen it.
Tell him to listen to it or watch it.
I don't know how to contact a guy like that. He's so popular and
through Facebook.
Man,
that's how I talk to him, just through Facebook Messenger. So if you like his page and stuff, you'll be able to message him and just say, "Hey, it's Derek from Hey We're Talking," and he'll be like, "Oh, hey." Man.
He'll be like, "Who?"
No.
Oh yeah, the guy.
He actually listens, and I know he listens because he actually tells me stuff that we talked about.
Well, I know he's supposed to be in the Chicago area, and I think he's just passing through right around the 4th of July, somewhere around there. I'm going to try to hook up with him, go fly our drones together or something.
Don't talk about drones. I'm still waiting for mine. They haven't shipped it yet. I'm getting ticked off.
I'll have to get mine for the next show. It's in the house. My drone looks cool. It's got a personality.
Did you do something to it?
Oh, yeah.
Did you put a skin on it?
Oh, yes.
Hey, speaking of, Twyford got his drone yesterday.
Wow,
he was
that was
supposed
fast.
to be flying it today. Well, he got the Mavic. That's why.
Yeah.
I got the
Mavic
Spark.
is sweet, man.
So I'm still waiting. But I happened to watch a few videos about people with Sparks, and the one guy was like, "Hey, if you're gonna fly your Spark, when it warns you that it's out of range, make sure you tell it to come home." So he borrowed this. Somebody gave him a Spark to try out. He's like a tech reviewer, and on his screen he has an Android phone, and on the Android it kept saying not, out of range, blah blah blah, losing signal. So he pressed the thing for it to come home, but it had already like kind of started taking off.
Uh-oh.
So it took off and he lost it.
Oh.
So he's like, get the remote control, because if you don't have the little thing that goes on the phone, your signal is much weaker. You can't go as far if you just use your phone.
Well, the cool thing is now, I mean, with the DJI app, like if I lose my drone, they've got like, how you have Find My iPhone? They have that for the Mavic.
Well, apparently since he borrowed it from somebody, he didn't have that ability. It seems like they should have it though, the people he borrowed it from.
Yeah.
Because he borrowed it from a place that does skins for phones and computers and for DJI products and all that kind of stuff. So
yeah, my drone looks sweet now.
Yeah, Derek, that's cool, dude. Right there. Just keep that smile face as we're talking about stuff you have no interest in. Are you interested in drones?
Well, I like drones. I mean, I don't know if I would get one right now.
It's only $500, Derek.
Oh man, guys, look. I did want to kind of follow up on some what?
Compared to an espresso machine, come on.
$10,000.
Still in hawk for that thing.
I'm still paying. I just made a
I think he
payment
sold
the
one of
other
his
day.
testicles.
I think it's so awesome that you're making payments on an espresso machine.
He's making payments on that, but have you upgraded your phone yet, Derek?
Yeah, he did, I think, because I sent a message today and it went through as an iMessage. You have an iPhone now, don't you? Yeah,
Whoa.
he does. You got the 6?
I got an iPhone 6, guys.
Nice.
Look at you, Mr. Derek Tan.
He's only 3 years behind the actual newest one now. That
Dude,
is sweet.
It is light years beyond my Galaxy 3.
Yeah.
So this little baby is a major upgrade. So
Are you loving it?
I love it. I absolutely love it. And I knew I would. I have an iPad. I love it. And I knew I'd love the phone. The other phone I had was just over the last few months, it's become just a huge turd.
Huge.
I think it's absolutely hilarious that today's episode has been about everything.
Well, it's like we're just hanging out talking. People
Well,
are
how
part of
about-
the conversation.
Yeah, well, how about this? Because last week we were talking about like summer vacations. So I am sitting between two like epically awesome trips. Like the other day, my son and I went to Carlsbad Caverns, National Treasure.
You
National
guys had
Park.
some good food. I saw you sitting, taking pictures of your food.
Oh yeah.
Son eating food.
Oh, I'll tell you about that trip in a minute. But tomorrow, I hit the road to see Metallica.
Nice.
Gonna be awesome.
In Dallas, right?
In Dallas, yes.
Cool.
Oh, my kids are going to Dallas. Did I tell you guys that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Never mind
You
that.
did.
We'll come back to it. Derek's talking about
But the
his trips.
caverns, right? 750 feet below the surface. They drilled an elevator in the 30s so people
Wow.
could get down there. There is like trails and an entrance. But I think it's the national park, right? So everything has to be, handicap accessible and everything. You're underground in a place that would normally be pitch black, all right? Stay home, Grandma. All right? You don't need to be there.
You can't exclude grandmas in
Grandma,
and
there
poor-
we were
poor
walking
children-
around.
Poor children in wheelchairs.
My son and I were walking around the big room.
Because your son has legs and he can walk around.
Yeah.
Other kids don't have legs.
Let me tell you all a story. This is absolutely 100% true. I'm not embellishing it for comedic purposes.
Yes, you are. Go
There
ahead.
no, I'm not. There was 3 people. There was a little boy,
Sounds like a
probably
bad
his
joke.
dad, and the grandma. This grandma was wearing oxygen. She had the little nasal cannula, and she was carrying with her an oxygen concentrator, not the dainty new one, like that you would wear, like that's like the size of your purse. No, this is like a diesel-powered 1985 version of an oxygen concentrator that was like the size of airline luggage that her son was carrying around for her. And
Like
it
he was going scuba diving.
yeah, like making noise, like and she had the worst scoliosis I ever seen. Her back was literally shaped like a question mark.
But what if that was like her dying wish to go to the Carlsbad Caverns?
Well, then I feel bad for pushing her down.
Oh gosh.
Okay, maybe that part was exaggerated, but
Okay.
she had a huge oxygen concentrator that was the size of airline luggage, and her back was like really jacked up. And I've seen some jacked up backs, Jack. I'm a nurse.
Wow.
So stay home.
I'm glad your grandma's doing better than that lady. If your grandma was like that, man, I can't imagine.
I don't have any grandmas. They're all dead.
Yeah, mine too. Mine got.
Thanks a lot, Derek.
Mine
I
got
have
murdered.
I have two grandmothers, and
Both of yours are alive?
one's doing fine, one's not doing fine.
Oh, don't bring it. Oh,
You just brought the whole show down. I don't even have grandmas anymore.
wow.
But she feels great.
Okay, good.
She does.
All right. Listen. So, just to put this in perspective, we actually had a topic we were going to talk about. We're 22 minutes into
Wednesday.
the show.
We'll do it Wednesday.
Yes, we will.
So we're gonna wrap it up. The thing that was fun though is I feel like, you know what it really felt like for real? Maybe this will go down in history as the best show we ever had, because it was like we hadn't seen each other for like a week or something, and we were all just sitting down and talking about what was going on. Like hey, what happened this week? How you doing? Although we didn't talk about anything that really happened besides Derek's stuff, because Bob has been working he's on vacation, and all he's done is basically renovate his whole entire house all by himself, except for he had a guy come in to help the bathroom stuff.
Right.
Maybe
So
we'll talk
all
about
he's
that
done
on Wednesday.
Yeah, we can. All
We'll
he's
start
done
with
is
that and
work.
see if we can lead into a topic.
Yeah, we'll see if we can get to a topic.
A lot of guys go through the same thing. You know, that honey-do list keeps growing and growing and growing, and then you go on vacation and you're like,
Does your wife actually make you do that stuff, or are you just like one of those people? I think it's
you
the
just know
second.
stuff's got to get done.
Yeah.
It's been like
I just let it go.
6 or 7 years since we painted the kitchen.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
get nicks
I
and
just
bumps
I just
and-
let that stuff go,
yeah,
or find some nice immigrant workers to do it for me.
yeah. Okay. Great way to
Huge.
end your show.
All right. So we're going to wrap this one up, and we'll see you guys on Wednesday. Thank you for obliging us as we spend time just getting to know each other a little better.
On episode 78.
On episode 78. And we'll talk to you soon.
Why do you have to repeat that?
Huge.
I don't know. It just sounded right.
All right.
Say it again.
Cut it off.
Say on episode. What I say?
On episode 78.
Oh, I almost repeated it again, but I didn't.
Goodbye.
All right. We'll see you guys Wednesday.